Tyler Reddick is winning races at a rate not seen since Dale Earnhardt in 1987. 23X1 Racing went from a bitter legal war with NASCAR to historic domination in the span of a single offseason, and Michael Jordan, one of the most accomplished athletes on the planet, found himself at the center of a viral moment that split the internet right down the middle. 3 storylines, 1 team, and a season that NASCAR fans will be talking about for decades. Let's get into it. 23XY Racing was founded by 2-time Daytona 500 champion Denny Hamlin and basketball legend Michael Jordan. The team entered NASCAR in 2021 with Bubba Wallace behind the wheel and immediately carried a level of cultural significance the sport hadn't seen in years. But winning races consistently? That took time. The turning point came in 2022 when Hamlin made an aggressive move, signing Tyler Reddick away from Richard Childress Racing while Reddick was still under contract there. Most people raised an eyebrow. Hamlin didn't blink. "Franchise drivers don't come around that often," Hamlin said at the time, "and so if there's ever one that you feel like you can grab, you go after it." Reddick joined the team in 2023, taking over the number 45 Toyota after Kurt Busch was forced into retirement following a concussion. The early results were promising. 10 wins across his first 2 seasons, a 2024 regular season championship, and a reputation as one of the most complete drivers in the Cup Series. Then came 2025, and everything fell apart. Reddick went completely winless. He was eliminated in the round of 12, a brutal early exit for someone with championship ambitions. And off the track, life was even harder. His newborn son was hospitalized with a tumor on his chest that affected his heart. By any measure, 2025 was a year Reddick and the entire 23X1 organization wanted to bury and never look back at. Nobody saw 2026 coming, and that's exactly what makes this story so compelling. Tyler Reddick opened the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season at the Daytona 500 and won it with a last lap pass that left the garage speechless. That alone would have been a career-defining moment, but Reddick wasn't finished. He followed it up with wins at Echo Park Speedway in Atlanta and then Circuit of the Americas. 3 races, 3 wins. In doing so, he became the first driver in NASCAR history to win each of the year's first 3 races. Not Earnhardt, not Petty, not Gordon, nobody, until Reddick. He then added victories at Darlington Raceway and Kansas Speedway, and his Darlington performance deserves its own paragraph. Early in that race, Reddick had mechanical issues that sent him to pit road and left him racing without a functioning cooling system in intense heat. Most drivers would have managed the car, protected a finish, and lived to fight another day. Reddick drove through the field and pulled away from Brad Keselowski by nearly 6 seconds. In a series where margins are usually razor thin, that kind of gap is almost unheard of. At Kansas, he passed Kyle Larson on the final lap of an overtime finish with Michael Jordan watching from the stands. "This kid is on fire," Jordan said after the race. "I don't know if I can cool him down. He is unbelievable. Unbelievable last couple laps. I'm proud of the whole team." The numbers tell the full story. 5 wins in 9 races, a 110-point championship lead, a 5.0 average finishing position, and a 6.1 average starting position. Reddick is now the 4th driver and first since 7-time champion Dale Earnhardt in 1987 to win 5 of the first 9 races of a season. Earnhardt went on to win 11 of 29 races that year on the way to his 3rd Cup Series title. Reddick is not winning on luck. You cannot win over half your races on luck. Right now, he is operating on a level that the rest of the NASCAR Cup Series grid simply cannot match. Here's where things get uncomfortable, and where a large portion of the NASCAR fanbase has landed. In 2025, 23X1 Racing and Front Row Motorsports filed a lawsuit against NASCAR over the sports charter agreement. The dispute was public, contentious, and dragged on for months. Teams raced without full charter security, prize money was reduced, and the entire organization operated under a cloud of institutional uncertainty. By December, NASCAR settled. The outcome reportedly included a financial payout, permanent charters for the teams involved, and a stronger voice in how the sport is governed. On paper, it was a significant legal victory for 23X1 Racing. Then, in 2026, Reddick starts winning everything. The theory circulating among fans is straightforward. 23X, I may have received more than financial and structural concessions in that settlement. The team surged from 1 combined win across 3 drivers in 2025 to historic dominance in 2026 is the kind of turnaround that people in a tightly regulated motorsport series simply don't accept at face value. It's worth acknowledging, NASCAR has always been a sport where dominance breeds suspicion. Teams operate on the edge of the rulebook constantly. When someone finds speed others can't match, the rumors follow. That's the culture. But Reddick himself addressed the noise directly at Talladega Superspeedway before the Jack Links 500. It is weird to be in this spot, I will say that. There's certainly a lot of noise out there, a lot of speculations, but for me it's easy to not get caught up in it because we know what we're doing. We know how we're doing it when we've been successful with it. He also went further. I feel bad for those that are tired of it. We are enjoying it. We want to keep winning and doing the things that we're doing. I remember how I felt all of last year. A legal settlement followed by immediate historic dominance is exactly the kind of scenario that fuels speculation. Once that narrative takes hold, it is difficult to control. Before the Jack Links 500 at Talladega Superspeedway on April 26, 2026, Tyler Reddick made another major announcement. Live on Fox's pre-race broadcast, he had signed a multi-year contract extension to remain with 23X1 Racing. "We got the deal done," Reddick said on Fox. "I'm going to be continuing my future here at 23X1. Excited to have that all done and be able to continue building on what we've done. I'll be here for hopefully a long time." Hamlin confirmed it on his podcast and didn't hold back. Happy to get that done. He's going to be here for a very long time. He deserves everything he gets. He's performing at a very, very high level. He's got a 100-point lead in the Cup Series. He's just kicking it. Hamlin also added, "I was in charge of this one. My man got the bag. I look out for my guys. He's buying dinners. I can assure you that." Former champion Kevin Harvick weighed in simply, "I hope he got paid. He deserves to get paid." Harvick also pointed to the broader business impact. The fact that now they can get ahead of the sponsorship stuff. They can start to get all their team guys locked in, knowing that Tyler is going to be the driver of the car. The sponsorship momentum is real. Rockstar Energy returned to NASCAR after a decade away, signing specifically to sponsor Reddick's number 45 Toyota in select Cup Series races. A deal that began talks at Daytona, right before Reddick won the 500. The team's roster is also expanding, with Corey Heim expected to replace Riley Herbst in the number 35 car next season alongside Reddick and Bubba Wallace. 23X iRacing isn't just winning races, they are constructing a NASCAR operation built for sustained dominance. On February 16th, 2026, Tyler Reddick won the Daytona 500. It was also Michael Jordan's 63rd birthday. The celebration was massive. Cameras everywhere, the whole 23XY family on stage. And then a clip circulated on social media showing Jordan interacting with Reddick's 6-year-old son Bo during the on-stage festivities. The internet did not wait for context. Accusations spread rapidly. Some viewers interpreted the interaction as inappropriate. Others pushed back immediately. The clip went viral across every major platform, and the debate became one of the most discussed moments in NASCAR history, for all the wrong reasons. Stephen A. Smith addressed it directly on his show, offering a forceful defense. "You should be very hesitant to impute the integrity of certain people who are as accomplished as much as MJ. Smith continued, "It's a kid Michael Jordan loves like it's his own kid. It's a kid he's known for years." He also put the moment in context. Today is his 63rd birthday, just won the Daytona 500, playing around with a kid while his father was standing right there, and that's the kind of conclusion we jumped to? I saw the video, it's a non-story in my opinion. Reddick, the father, the man who was physically present on that stage, responded with complete clarity. He spoke on Stephen A. Smith's SiriusXM show. "From my perspective, I've gotten to know Michael and his family very well over the years I've been here with 23X1, and I don't see what other people see when it comes to this." Reddick's father was standing right there on stage during the entire celebration. The people closest to the situation, the father, the co-owner's family, the team, have all spoken with one voice. At some point, social media outrage has to meet a wall of concrete fact. This is that wall. The clip spread for a reason. That is the reality of the current media environment. But when the father of the child has spoken this clearly and this calmly, that carries more weight than any viral comment section. A team that was locked in a courtroom battle with NASCAR in 2025 is now the sport's most dominant force in 2026. Tyler Reddick has won 5 of 9 races. Michael Jordan has attended 6 races this season. Reddick has won 5 of the 6 Jordan attended. The only exception was Phoenix. I mean, you can't really discredit that. Reddick said of his record when Jordan is at the track, "It's been pretty successful." 23i Racing is reshaping what NASCAR looks like, and from the ownership box to the sponsorship deck to the national conversation the sport generates every single weekend. When you win, it's always fun, Jordan said after Kansas. Right now, it's fun for everybody at 23XY. Me being here and being able to see all the wins, I am so happy for the team. I just think we need to continually build on this, without a doubt. Whether you're a lifelong NASCAR fan or someone who only tuned in because Michael Jordan bought a team, you are watching 23XY Racing. You are talking about Tyler Reddick, and with 110 points separating him from the rest of the field, with a new contract signed, new sponsors locked in, and a team operating at a historically elite level, the 23XY empire is not slowing down anytime soon.